Welcome to another episode of Impact Yobe. This is where you get information about developmental issues in Yobe State, the pride of the Sahel. My name is Mark Otabo.
As part of collective efforts to combat the deadly hepatitis B virus, the Roadmap for Women and Youth Development, ROWAD, in collaboration with the Yobe State Ministry of Health, organized a one-day workshop to sensitize the people and health workers on the risk factors associated with the condition in the state. The State Commissioner for Health, represented by Awa Goni, highlights some of the areas of intervention embarked upon by the state government towards curbing the deadly hepatitis B virus in the state.
The State Ministry of Health and Human Services is not leaving any stone unturned to combat the menace of viral hepatitis infection by instituting prevention and control strategies, which include screening, vaccination programs targeting infants immediately after birth through the expanded program on immunization, awareness creation on the mode of transmission and prevention of viral hepatitis infection, promotion of safe injection practices, ensuring safe blood transfusion, sanitation and hygiene promotion, and improving access to healthcare diagnostic and treatment services across the state with emphasis on the rural areas. In addressing the risk factors associated with viral hepatitis, Yobe State Government, through the State Ministry of Health and its agencies, in collaboration with partners, has trained over 100 health workers across the state in 2023 to increase their knowledge and skills in viral hepatitis counseling and testing for safe sexual practices, comprehensive blood screening and transfusion protocols, advocacy, sensitization and awareness creation activities on the prevention of harmful practices that exposes individuals to viral hepatitis infection.
The project coordinator of Roadmap for Women and Youth Development, Buka Kachala, stressed the importance of the workshop and the roles its organization has played in minimizing the spread of the virus.
We honor the work of healthcare professionals, community leaders, activists who tirelessly advocate for improved access to testing and treatment and who strive to eliminate the stigmatization associated with this disease. In early 2024, the Coalition for Global Hepatitis Elimination awarded ROWAD a grant to improve awareness of the importance of hepatitis B birth dose vaccine in Yobe State and to work with local leaders and communities to improve vaccine coverage. ROWAD has implemented healthcare workers training, including for birth attendees, organized mass awareness raising campaigns, community awareness involving the development of radio jungles in local languages, that is Hausa, Kanuri, and Fulfulde.
Some residents of Yobe State have commended Governor Mai Mala Buni for the construction of access road across the state. They gave the commendation during the inspection of projects organized by the State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ. The Vice Chairman of Fika local government area of the state, Musa Ali, said the road project in the area linked about 5 wards and 3 local government areas of Fika.
This project backing me is one of the projects being jubilated by the entire citizens of this locality because it has taken some decades before its actualization. That's why we are making it a very historic one, and it's a legacy to be left behind by this administration. We highly commended the government of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, Honorable Mai Mala Buni, Waziri Ngudba and Garkon Fika, for this wonderful and far-reaching project. This project has linked about 5 wards, including Fika, Anzai, Zanga, Dipel, Turbi Maluri, and Galda. This will take you up to our neighborhood of local government of Gujuba and Gulani.
In his remarks, the chairman of the NUJ in the state, Rajab Mohammed, expressed appreciation for the project and commended Governor Buni for his outstanding performance.
We as journalists is part of our mandate because we are fourth estate of the rank. After the executive, legislature and the judiciary, the journalist follows. And a part of our mandate is to hold government responsible or accountable of what they promise the masses. Today, as you can see, we went out with my team. We visited first Karasua, Garunguna, where we went there and see some project executed by His Excellency Governor Mai Mala Buni, the Executive Governor of Yobe State. Then we proceeded to Garunguna, from Garunguna to Chimbusko, Tagali, where we see the level of road the government is constructing under the leadership of the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Works, in person of Engineer Omoru Wakili Judai.
It's over a decade of insurgency in the northeast. However, Yobe State is about to rejuvenate its glory by producing large quantity of food. Despite the challenge, the Yobe State government has commenced a $1 billion agricultural project, which is the biggest in the country's history. In Busari Local Government Council, these are the deserving beneficiaries, and there are about 300 persons selected from 10 wards.
We are very excited about this program and empowerment that give to us.
All right, I hope you're not going to sell it.
No, I will not sell it. Before I am a farmer, there is, since I am looking for skills, I am looking for person who empowered me. But now I get the machinery that I use to pump my farm all the times if I need. So we thank him, and we will continue thanks for him. We know that he is an icon among the governors of the Nigeria now.
I therefore congratulate our team and beneficiaries across the local government area. I equally urge you to make a judicial use of this opportunity and encourage continuity of such laudable initiative in subsequent season. Don't sell the item you see for your use in farms in your respective areas.
The backbone of our economy here is agriculture. Whoever thought of coming up with this package, I think is a very good plan. This package is enough for an individual a farmer to produce as much as possible to feed himself and then provide surplus for others.
We have 10 political wards, and every ward got 10 different items. 10 women get goats. Each of them got 3 sea goat and male goat. Then 10 people got palms, 20 people get different palm implements. The thresher machines, tractors, flout, and so on and so forth, plus fertilizer free of charge, and the chemicals, seedlings, and so on and so forth.
The disbursement of the farming implement are done simultaneously in Gulani, Gaidam, Tarmua, and Unisari councils in an open and transparent manner.
We are here to reach out to the people, and the beneficiaries are mostly in the grassroots, and we are here to deliver and give them this farm implement to support their agricultural activities.
These items are not for sale. They are not for sale. And a lot of measures have been put in place to see that these items are judiciously used by the beneficiaries. As I'm talking to you right now, all the beneficiaries are real farmers that are on ground. They don't have any job. They don't have any work beside farming.
The disbursement will move to the remaining 2 local government areas of Zone A, as well as Zone B and C of the states. The aim is to target 5,340 beneficiaries across the 178 wards of the state. Michael Oshoma. Yobe is a state in the northeast Nigeria. It is one of the states in the country described as educationally disadvantaged. This is largely due to the setback in the education sector, worsened by the Boko Haram insurgency and poor performance of students in external examinations like WAEC and NECO. But when Governor Mai Mala Buni assumed office in 2019, he displayed an uncommon passion to develop education in the states. One of the steps taken by Governor Buni to revamp education was declaration of a state of emergency in the education sector, especially basic and secondary schools across the states. During the campaign for 2019 elections, Governor Buni assured the people of the state of his unwavering commitment to improving the quality of education by constructing new mega and modern schools in the 30 senatorial districts of the states.
Well, governing Yobe State for the past 4 years is a very, very pleasant experience. And it hasn't been easy, actually. Of course, a state that is recovering from the devastation of the Boko Haram for over a decade. But what we did when I came on board was first to declare a state of emergency on education, because the Boko Haram devastation has adversely affected our education system, and so also the agri sector. We had two summits, one on education, one on agriculture. The one on education, after the declaration of state of emergency on education, we invited experts across and then set up a technical committee after the summit, where they came up with recommendations, part of which we had to even launch a fundraiser to ensure that we have what we now call the YET Fund, Yobe Education Trust Fund.
The administration constructed 7 modern and 7 mega schools in the 3 senatorial zones of the states. The schools are located in the Maturu, Geshua, Potiskum, Unguru, Gaidam, and Gujiba local government areas of the states.
When we came on board, of course, most of the schools in Potiskum especially were overstretched, because you find about 300 pupils in one class. But today, I'm happy to tell you that maximum you will find in a class is 60, maximum. So that we are doing. And by the grace of God, we are trying to do more to ensure that we decongest the schools. We have so far built 14 mega schools across the state. Yes. And in Potiskum alone, we built 3 mega schools. You see, when you are talking of education, people think it is only about the infrastructure, that is the classroom. No, it is the intellectual content of the classroom. Yes. That is the reason why we employed over 4,000 teachers that can teach.
To ensure that the set target is achieved, Governor Buni tasked the State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education to employ adequate and qualified teachers for the school.
We are not afraid to go back to this darkness. As the saying goes, if you think education is expensive, why can't you try ignorance? So I can say about 9 secondary schools were established, and that shows that our people, the parents and the students and the people were eager to come back, were eager to have both the Western education and the Islamic education. But this year we have established 10 more. Wow, that's 19 in all. So from the 9 of the last year, we have 8 for girls schools. That shows we want to have the gender disparity we have, we want to, you know, at the end of the day, so that both male and female have the required education, the basic education, that which will, you know, at the end of the day, they are the future.
Okay. That's the 9 for last year.
9 for last year,
for the girls.
8 for the girls.
Okay.
1 for core education, mind you.
Okay.
1 is not for the male only, is for core education. So among the 9 core education, we have 1 in Bunigari for the core education. Then the 8 were domiciled in Potiskum, Nangere, Damagum, Buniadi. Mind you, the other one is in Bunigari. So this one is now in Buniadi. Then we have 1 in Damatru, Gaidam, Geshwa, and Guru, respectively. For the current year, that is in the 2024, we established, as I've said earlier, we have established about 10 of them. 1 for girls senior secondary school in Damatru, specifically is domiciled in Pompomari, in Damatru local government. Then the 8 co-education are domiciled in the following areas. That is, we have them 1 in Damatru 2, Dakasku, which is in Potiskum local government. Then we have other one in Arikime, still in Potiskum. Then we have in Dumbari, which is in Jakusko. Then we have Tagali and Bizi. These 2 were in Bade local government. Then we have 1 in Bayamari, that is in Bursari local government. Then Damagum in Fune, and the senior boys secondary school in Damatru. But last but not the least, we have them 1 in Gyalzarma. Then that's making 10 for the current year. Then we have the other 9 for the previous year. Okay. So as you can see, the government, you know, as the saying goes, we are all education, we are Oliver Twist. Yes. So we need more, but we have to wait maybe by the year end. If we see that there is the need to establish more, the government of Mai Mala is willing.
So far, more than 315 teachers have been recruited by the state government to man the affairs of the mega and modern schools.
During the holidays, we had extension, which he spent a lot of money to make sure that SS3 students are given special attention and priority to see that they pass their WAEC with good colors. And in fact, this time around is one of its best, because the students, the teachers, and we the administrators are comfortable during that period. And the extension was done successfully. I must agree and say that, in fact, those that wrote JAM in my school, we have about more than 10 students that go 200 plus in my school. You see, with this extension, actually it helps the students to understand why they are in school and what they are doing in school. About 15 classes are under renovation now. Almost 90% has been done. And some hostels also that need delimited hostels has been renovated, and the students are living comfortable in it. Also, there was a hostel, 5 blocks of hostel that is under construction right now in our school area for the students to feel comfortable.
We benefit a lot from the Yobe state government as a teacher in terms of training the teachers and improvement of the teacher welfare. I would like the government to improve on the salary of the teachers. In terms of the salary, we need government to improve on that. But the government is trying. Yeah? The government really tried in terms of training the teachers. Most of our teachers have been trained, and then now they can do their work best now. I don't think there is any challenges we are experiencing now. We are not experiencing any challenges.
So far, the government has organized workshops to train teachers so that teachers can be buoyant in their field. And also in our labs, government have provided, things for practical, so that students can be taught on practical, specifically in the science area. There are apparatus that were provided in the physics lab and also chemistry lab, biology lab. So, in fact, the government have done something to actually boost our morale in teaching. Well, I will actually thank the government and also let them know that we are still expecting to see more effort from the government, because actually things are changing. Here we are in Yobe, probably compared to other states, the government have tried, but I can say we are still expecting more.
Okay, as a visitor to the state, I will say he's actually trying a lot. For him to pull up something like this is actually very good. Not just that the building is eye-catchy, but the students are also willing to learn. They are willing to learn, taking corrections. They are trying their best in one way or the other. So I'm going to say he's really trying in the section of academic. I don't know for others actually, but what I've seen so far, he's really trying, and he should just continue like this.
This is one of the vice principals of the Damaturu Mega School. It sheds more light on some of the facilities they enjoy since the construction of the school.
In terms of teachers also, honestly, we have sufficient teachers. If I recall, there is a time government just once, in one time, posted almost 20-something teachers to this school.
Wow, 20-something.
Calculus of other teachers that have been transferring from somewhere to come here. Even today, we get 3 teachers.
Wow.
So our schools, in terms of teachers, we have good and sufficient teachers. We also been empowered by our respective corpus.
Oh,
because
good.
At least even today,
I was about to ask that.
Yeah,
okay.
Today morning, I used to talk with the principal.
Okay.
Within this mega school, we have 62 corpus that
Wow.
are teaching within the school.
Wow.
So in terms of teachers, we have no any problem. We are thanking to government and we thank to Almighty God.
Okay.
And also, there is many things to thank to Almighty Allah and thank to the government.
The mega schools were designed to run Western and Islamic education as part of strategies to reduce the number of out-of-school children in the states. Due to the huge investment and policies implemented to develop education by the Buni administration, the state no longer belongs to the bottom of the education ladder in the country. Many of its students recorded tremendous results during the 2023 and 2024 JAM, WAEC and NECO examinations. To ensure a conducive and good learning atmosphere for the students, the mega schools are well furnished with air-conditioned sets in each classroom for the comfort of the pupils. The libraries in the mega schools are well stocked with books, while the government provided portable water for the students.
The achievements made in that sector are visible. Quite a lot of things have been done in that sector, because when His Excellency came on board, he declared a state of emergency on the sector, owing to the fact that the sector has suffered so much from the protracted security challenge. Most of the schools were destroyed, classes were razed down, books, laboratory equipments, everything was brought down. And of course, His Excellency wants to make sure that, yes, education does not suffer anything. I mean, in terms of pupils and students not going to schools, this will not happen under his watch. And so there was a massive reconstruction of the schools, classrooms, and other structures in the like laboratory, hostels, and other structures that were raised down by the security challenge. Now, after that, we realized that His Excellency also established new schools. You might have come across them, the model and mega schools that were established in the mega towns because of the, so as to decongest the existing schools. People moved from one place to another. So in the course of that movement, of course, some of the schools became congested. Therefore, what is need to be done is to decongest these schools. And of course, the mega and model schools provided that. Now, books and laboratory equipment worth billions of naira were also procured and distributed to these schools.
And that is all we have for you on today's episode on Impact Yobe. Don't forget to join us next week for a fresh edition of the program. I am Mark Otabo. Bye for now.